That is considerably a bigger group than we had last time when it was 20 degrees out. And so, as Jen and I have discussed, we would like to do another walk like this once a month, if we can. So, show of applause, would you turn out for another peace walk? Okay. I would like to say, after this wraps up, pretty please patronize the library, patronize the other small businesses here on this strip, especially patronize this Latin market and Rose Goot restaurant. Let's let our immigrant neighbors know that we want them and we want their businesses here in this town. I would also like to give a quick heads up about a couple of events we have lined up for next month. 1 month from today, on March 28th, that's going to be our next No Kings protest. That'll be downtown Springfield, here at the in front of the City Hall Plaza. That'll be a Saturday, and on that following Tuesday, March 31st, we have Springfield's second ever Trans Day of Visibility. That'll be in the evening. It'll be at the UCC Church across town. It's like behind the Seven Brew, if you know where I'm talking about. That event is going to come with live music, and it's going to come with a dinner after. So please sign up on the Facebook event page. Please sign up through Indivisible. You can talk to Jen if you have more questions about that. It's very important that you sign up if you're coming to the Trans Day of Visibility, so we know how many dinners to make. We will feel like assholes if we make 30 dinners and 90 people show up. So please sign up so we can show our appreciation for you. Jen, do you have any more things we ought to mention before we press on?
Nope, good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Indivisible, for letting us borrow your peace walk today to show our solidarity for the Arriaga family. Okay, Juan Arriaga is a devoted father of 6 and a loving husband to Lacey, a lifelong Springfield resident and graduate of Kenton Ridge High School and Wittenberg University. Together, they have built a family rooted in faith, service, and deep ties to this community. Juan is a business owner, an active member of High Street Church of the Nazarene, and along with Lacey, the Care Portal liaison for their congregation. Through their leadership, dozens of Care Portal requests were filled over the last year and a half, providing food, clothing, rent assistance, mattresses, furniture, and other essentials to 70 children and their families in Springfield. For decades, Juan served as head chef at a local restaurant before stepping away to help Lacey run her family's small business, Redeemed Designs, a custom apparel company. This shift allowed him to spend more time with his children, support his church, and serve his neighbors, while also giving Lacey the flexibility to substitute teach and pursue her degree in graphic design at Clark State College. Their lives are woven into the fabric of Springfield. Everyone knows him, Lacey said. We're so embedded in the community. Juan has lived with honesty and transparency. He checks in annually with ICE, maintains a valid work permit, driver's license, and social security number. He owns a home and a business and pays taxes. He has done everything asked of him. When he and Lacey were told by attorneys that his most recent ICE check-in carried risk, he still chose to appear. He could have hidden, he could have run, but he chose integrity. He chose to follow the law, knowing that failing to appear would result in automatic deportation. On Friday, he went into a hearing room at the ICE agency while Lacey and 4 of their children waited outside. He said, "I'll be right back," said Lacey. But he didn't come back. We didn't get to say goodbye. We were outside the ICE agency, crying hysterically. Removing Juan would devastate the Arriaga family, taking from 6 children their father, provider, and daily source of stability. It would strip Lacey of her partner in parenting, in business, and in life. And it would wound Springfield. Our community would lose a volunteer, a mentor, a man who consistently chooses what is right, a church member, a taxpayer, and a neighbor whose service has strengthened countless families. Juan is not a stranger to this city. He is part of its backbone. I'd like to introduce you to Lacey Arriaga.
Really a hard time, and all the love and support that has shown has been overwhelming. I really am thankful to see so many people who care and have showed up. This is devastating for our family, and I just want to really say thank you to everybody. I've prepared some remarks. My husband did not have a Catholic citizenship. The immigration process is way harder and more complicated than anyone could truly comprehend. The ICE agent told his lawyer that the 4 children he has full custody of and raised are now older and there isn't a reason to keep him here anymore. They didn't care that he was married to a citizen. They didn't care that he has a second grader who will not have her daddy in the home. They didn't care that he helps the community. They didn't care that he is a loving member of the church. They didn't care that he owns his home. They didn't care that his loss will leave gaping holes in our hearts or our home in our community. And they definitely did not care that he showed up and did the right thing. Please pray for a miracle that they allow my husband to stay, to keep our family together, and to continue contributing to the community. Please ask our elected officials to create easier pathways to citizenship so that other families don't live in fear and uncertainty. Thank you guys all for your support.
Hello, everyone. I know many of you here. My name is Aaron, and I represent today a lot of the volunteerism that the Arriaga family has really been supportive with here in the Springfield area. I work with Lacey and with their entire family, their church community, through an organization called Care Portal. And I really want to share what a big loss to the community that this poses, and what incredible sadness I think we all feel as we look at the future. I just want to express how important Juan and his family have been to this community in their activity and in their support of vulnerable families and children. They work together with many other churches within this community to provide supports for children that may not have supports even within their own home. So providing food and clothing and beds. And Lacey and her husband are at the forefront of much of the requests within our Care Portal system. They have been connected through the Nehemiah Foundation in supporting children in foster care and beyond. And the Arriaga family really has incredible involvement within their church and spurred on their church community as well to continue this process. And I really see Juan's detainment as a huge loss, not just entirely for the church community, but also for the entire community that is supported by the work that they do. So thank you all again for coming out here and supporting the family. And we stand with Juan as we try to understand exactly what's going on here today.
My name is Wes Babian, and I look around here and I see the crowd, but I also know that there are many others who are not here who stand with this family, but with all of the folks in our community who feel threatened by the circumstances that we are facing. I am the grandson of immigrants who were escaping incredibly horrific circumstances. And they managed to get here to the United States years and years ago. They were able, for whatever reason, to become citizens of the United States. And my family were all, my father and uncle and aunt were all born here, so they were at birthright citizenship on the basis of that. It's interesting because what we have had in our history is a very inconsistent form of immigration policy. From one administration to another, from one time frame to another, it's never been what you could call consistent or well thought out. And that's what we need. We need a fair, consistent, well conceived form of immigration. We need immigration reform. And we need our Congress, both the House and the Senate, and others to figure out how to do this right. There is a loss here when we have a family devastated by being, the circumstances that they're facing. We have a loss for church life, for our economic life, for our community life. And the word economy, the root word of that means households. It's about people. It's about families. And we talk about the importance of the economy here in our community, but it goes much deeper than that. It's that, but it's also about families' well-being, people wanting to live with dignity and with hope and with possibilities. So here we are. We're saying that's what we want. We're saying that's what's important. And we're encouraging our leadership to understand and to have the moral courage to begin to move in that direction. So let's hope for the best and let's work for what's right and just.
Thank you, Wes. My name is Carl Ruby. I'm a pastor here in town. I want to start with a question. How many of you have eaten a meal at Los Mariachis? Yeah. Juan has been a chef at Los Mariachis for a long, long time. They've been here for a quarter of a century. And anyone who has eaten at Los Mariachis in Springfield has benefited from his service. And he's not alone. There are people all over in our community who are here and who are trapped in a broken immigration system with no way to get legal. They would do whatever they had to become legal, but our laws don't provide that pathway right now. And they touch every aspect of our life, whether it is in the schools here in town or at the restaurants that we eat at the churches where we worship. And I want to thank Lacey and her family just for the courage to come out and to tell their story today. That takes an incredible amount of courage. And I think it's important because it's important that we put faces on the families that are affected by our horrible immigration system. They're not just numbers, but they're moms and children. They're people that our kids go to school with. We worship with them. They sit in the pews next to us at church. And our system is doing incredible damage to them. And we need, above everything else, we certainly need to address the crisis that's happening in our city right now with Latino and Haitian immigrants and others. But we also need to come back and fix what's broken. And immigration has had a profound positive impact on Springfield for centuries. Yes. And we've had one generation after another, Irish, German, Italian, Greek immigrants who've come in and have built this city. Yes. And Latinos have been a huge part of that for decades. And now we have Haitians who've joined us in the last few years. And every new group of immigrants faces the same kind of discrimination, the same kind of lies, things that are told about their character, and each one has built this city to be what it is. And Springfield is a great city, and I hope what people take away from this is that Springfield is a city where we stand with one another. Mm-hmm. And if something is done that's hurting one member of our community, we all come together and support them. And I think that's That's what this crowd represents behind me. So I want to just kind of reinforce what Wes said. We need comprehensive immigration reform. We need a humane approach to ICE enforcement. We've all seen what happened in Minneapolis, and we don't want that to happen in other cities. We don't want it to happen here because it affects real people like the people you've heard from today. I think together we all need to add our voices together and just say enough. This is not who America is. It's not who we are, and we need to do better. And it starts with us. If we don't demand it, it's not going to happen. So we need to stick together. We need to demand immigration reform. We need to hold ICE accountable for their actions, and most of all, we just need to stand with one another. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I think we have some clergy here today. If you wouldn't mind gathering around the Arriagas, we'd like to pray over them at this time. And then, thank you everyone for coming.
She said she will, but not. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay.